Hey there, it's Matt from 2A Cops, Cops Supporting Gun Rights. I am out here today at Parma Rod and Gun Club in this drizzly, crappy, overcast, cold day. And I'm out here with my PSA Jakl. It was in the ACR Alternatives video that Keith and I did. I liked it so much, I ended up buying 1 in 300 Blackout. First up, I've got the 5.56 gun. I did throw a can on it. I have never fired this gun with a can on it. I don't know what the gas settings are going to be set like, if they're going to be remotely close. So let's just see what happens here. Point of impact is not looking significantly changed. All right, so first up is the 147 arms core. So we'll see how this does. I might need to open my gas settings a little bit. This was 5, I'm gonna go to 4 and see how it does on the gas settings here. So the arms core might be loaded a little bit light. All right, so setting 3 works just fine for the arms core. Drop that mag. This is the PPU. I'm gonna go back to setting 5 on here. So this is the PPU 125 grain, and I'm back on setting number 5. So let's see how this goes. So setting 5 works good for that. So the PPU and S&B both are working just fine on setting 5. Let me see if that can has cooled off any, and we can throw some subsonics in this guy and see what it does. All right, so the can's cooled off now. I was able to get it off the other rifle. It's still a little bit warm, but it's not like burning my hands warm. And now we're gonna go for some subsonics. This is 200 grain S&B subsonics. But you also notice I don't have my ears on anymore. That's because 300 Blackout in suppressed with subsonic ammo is stupid quiet. So let's see if this gas setting works properly for these rounds. I'm gonna shoot it on steel definitely this time because it's neat when you can't hear the gun going off and you're hearing it hit the steel. So let's see what we got here. All right, looks like I did not pick up the next round. So I need a little more gas. So we're gonna go back 1 setting. So let's see how this works. See if it picks up my next round. Did I not seat that mag? Ruh-roh. So I'm gonna have to smack this sucker. Let me find someone to smack it on. I don't know what's going on here. We'll find out in a second. All right, so I've got no primer strike. I got like a weird scrape on the side of this, and I don't know. Let me open this back up. I don't see anything odd with the chamber. Potentially magazine?
Since I routinely use the same ammo in 2 other 300 blackout firearms with no problems, I assumed it might be magazine related. So I loaded up a well-used Magpul 300 black mag and still had the same problems. Since the gun was having issues repeatedly, I decided to open it up to make sure there was nothing obvious wrong with the chamber or anything else. I attempted to show you that there's nothing obstructing the chamber. There is a little bit of dirt in there, but nothing blocking the chamber itself. The gun was dry, so I decided to add some oil to it, and then I went back out and tried the Hornady 208 grain subsonic ammo. It's still not going into battery properly, so give it a couple of tries here and eventually it goes into battery. It was again time to adjust the gas system to get it to work properly, hopefully. But you can see it's still not going into battery. Alright, here I am with another Magpul 300 black mag with the Hornady 208 grain subsonics. Let's see what happens. Still not going into battery. Takes multiple. Well, comma, that one chambered, but not that one. So at this point, I think I figured out that it's the subsonic rounds are too long and they're not chambering properly. So I'm going to go grab some supersonic ammo off the bench and give that a try. All right, here I am back with the magazine loaded up with supersonic ammo. Seems to be working, but it's a little overgassed. So let me adjust the gas block. Wait a minute. What's going on? This is where I realize that the detent has given up the ghost and I can freely spin the gas block, and I just pulled it out. It was at this point that I decided to throw in the towel and call it the end of the day.
All right, so range day didn't go as planned. This thing had a bunch of failures, and I'm not bashing PSA. This particular gun has got some issues. My other Jakl is still phenomenal. But I do want to talk about what happened because unfortunately I was having a really bad day at the range and my mic cut out on me and died about halfway through the day. I started having problems as soon as I put in a mag with subsonic ammo. The subsonic ammo, the first round went in fine. fired fine, it wouldn't load the next round. And then from there on out, I was having all kinds of problems. I'm gonna quit messing with my glasses here and just leave them on. What I'm thinking the issue with that is the subsonic ammo is a little bit longer than the supersonic ammo. The projectiles are heavier. There's more projectile than mass. The projectile itself is slightly larger. So the rounds are just a hair longer, and those would not chamber. The supersonic ammo, no matter which ammo it was, chambered just fine, shot fine. I had to adjust the gas system because the arms core ammo had a lighter powder charge. So it wasn't, it didn't have as much gas to operate the gun. As soon as I found the right sighting, that stuff ran fine. The other two loads that I ran, which was the PPU 124 grain and the S&B 125 grain, or I may have the grains reversed on that, but both of those seem to have very similar powder loads. Those both ran fine on setting number 5 for this gun. Then, as I was having issues with the subsonic ammo, I encountered another problem, and that was the detent on my gas adjustment knob. The detent just gave up. Somehow it got fully depressed in here, which is what happens when you rotate it, but then it's stuck depressed. So now, let me get up a little closer here. You can see that I can freely turn that. I mean, it will spin freely. For that matter, it'll come right out. You can see, let's see if I can get this thing to focus on it. There we go. Right here on the left side, I don't know if there's enough light. Nah, the detent is there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on video. I can barely see it on the camera. The detent is there and it's stuck depressed. I messed around with it with a screwdriver just a little bit and it popped out for a second. But then as soon as I put the gas plug back in there, it got stuck fully depressed again. So Palmetto State Armory has a lifetime warranty on their guns. I've got a whopping maybe 40 rounds through this thing before it kind of imploded in multiple ways. So I'm gonna see. I reached out on their website, didn't say who I was, what I was doing, no mention that this was for a review, and I filed a warranty claim. Told them exactly what happened, and I'm waiting to hear back. That was 2 days ago. Granted, it's Christmas holidays, so there may not be anybody in the office, but we'll see what happens. And I will absolutely report back what comes of this, which I'm hoping that they're going to stand behind their product, get it squared away as quickly as possible, because as much as I like the 5.56 Jakl, I'm really hoping the 300 Blackout one pans out to be just as good. However, it is off to a rough start. So hang in there, we'll see what happens. I'll definitely be posting an update. And please remember, if you like the content you're seeing on the channel here, make sure you like, share, subscribe. It tells YouTube that you're liking the content, lets them know that you want to see more of it. It helps our message get out there. And please remember, practice your ABCs. Always be carrying.